Goku is the strongest fighter. He is the strongest
Naruto is the
Saiyan.
strongest character
Even
in
as a
all of
low-ranked
anime.
god,
Superman is the
he
strongest
battled against
character in all of fiction without question.
Naruto, he can defeat everyone and anyone. He can one-shot Zeno-sama. He can one-shot the one above all.
So one question I'm always asked, who would win in a fight?
Before we begin, I want to say that the purpose of this video is not to disrespect or offend anyone in any way. I will be giving you my opinion on versus battles, both good and bad, despite of the title of this video, and my overall conclusion about the topic as a whole. Versus battles can be fun to discuss, and it's fine to talk about them and debate, as long as you follow two rules, and this is my opinion. Number one, have fun. A lot of times I go online on forums or any other social media, and I often find debates and arguments where I find people heavily, angrily debating and arguing and insulting each other about fictional characters. If you ever get into one of these arguments or debates, get out. It's not worth it to lose your cool just to prove your point or just to prove somebody wrong. It's not worth it if it's not fun. And number two, the argument or the debate or the versus matchup should be something that makes sense. And by makes sense, I mean that there should be enough evidence to draw a final conclusion. And that is often not the case. You see, when we don't have enough evidence from the content creator, from the story writer, all we can do as viewers, as fans, is speculate from whatever information we do have. And when we speculate, there can be no final winner or final conclusion because we don't have enough evidence to draw one. Let's say you want to ask who is stronger, Super Saiyan 3 Goku or Raditz, or who would win in a fight between Wolverine and Jubilee. Those are fair comparisons because there's clearly enough, actually more than enough information in the series to reach a final conclusion. And yes, I know that the answer to both of these comparisons is very obvious, but I'm just trying to make a point here. But now, let's say you want to compare something like, let's say the infamous Goku versus Superman topic. The truth is that no matter how much you debate, how much evidence you present, or how much you go back and forth, there is no logical way to make a final conclusion. And I'm gonna tell you why. No, actually, I'm gonna let Stan Lee tell you why.
There's one answer to all of that. It's so simple. Anyone should know this. The person who'd win in a fight is the person that the scriptwriter wants to win.
Even though it may be fun to compare different characters from different fictional universes, in the end, it just does not make sense because they come from different universes that do not share the same components or the same laws of physics or logic. Because all that stuff comes from the minds of their respective creators. And a lot of times, when you try to compare characters from different fictional universes, you really cannot because they cannot coexist just because of the fact that the universes that they come from do not share the same components and the same laws of physics and rules of logic. And I'm going to give you another example. In Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super actually to be more specific, or to be more correct, Zeno is the highest being in all existence. He can wipe out anything and everything in the blink of an eye, and there is nothing and no one above him. Except that in the Marvel multiverse, the one above all is the highest being in all of existence, at least the material existence, and there is no one above him, as his name suggests. So in this case, Zeno versus the one above all. Who is above whom? Who is really the almighty being when they're both supposed to be the almighty being? And even if, let's suppose that we say, well, let's just take them out of their fictional universes, their respective universe that they come from, and put them in a neutral universe with universal law in place, quote unquote. And well, there's still no logical way to measure the different characters' capabilities and limitations, because now we have no rules of laws in physics or logic to apply to them. And we cannot use real world laws of physics and logic because obviously these characters do not follow or go by real world laws of physics and logic. So now we have no way to measure their capabilities or limitations. So in the end, it all comes down to who is writing the story. That's the only person who can really decide.
He'll win.
And if DC Comics wants Superman to win, then
He'll win.
when the source material does not give us enough information, all we have is speculation and quote-unquote headcanon. And with that, we cannot really reach a final conclusion and declare a winner. And sometimes, even if you're comparing characters from the same fictional universe, there are times where there's still not enough evidence to reach a final conclusion because there is instead contradicting evidence as to who the winner would be. And this happens a lot in Dragon Ball, which brings me to canon versus non-canon. Yes, I'm gonna go there. Now, I do not like the idea of comparing canon characters versus non-canon characters. Because, for example, we do not know how strong Broly or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would be if Toriyama was to write them into the story and make them canon to the main story and not just GT and the movies and the video games. So I guess my answer to that would be it depends on who is writing the story. Swakage has made a video where he asks the question, can the Death Note kill Goku? And he makes some very good points, some of which support what I'm saying on this video. So I'm gonna leave a link to his video in my video description, and I'm probably also gonna leave it in the comments so you can check it out. So in conclusion, the only thing that can decide who the winner is in a fight between fictional characters is something called imagination. If you want Goku to be able to beat Superman, then Goku can beat Superman. If you want Saitama to be able to beat Goku, then Saitama can beat Goku. It all depends on who is writing the story. It all comes down to their imagination and how they write the story. Anything can happen. It's all under the power of the imagination of the scriptwriter or the fans or whomever. But anyways, guys, I'm trying to keep this short and sweet and not talk around in circles too much and keep repeating myself. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Check out my fan page on Facebook, link in the description. As always, take care. Love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great, awesome freaking day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
So stop asking those bonehead questions, because I've had it with that.